Oh, hello YouTube. Maybe. Oh, yeah, the button worked. Welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. Afterbirth Plus. And we are just going to do an Eden run because I'm mostly playing Isaac just to warm up. And also to blather. But first of all, we started with... well, the Bible, 3 Spirit Hearts. I don't know which bone item this is. Jawbone, I think? Yeah, it's a jawbone. Which acts like boomerang, I guess. Friendly Ball is not a good item either. Not a fantastic way to start. But hey, we have more damage than that run where I had 3.2 or something for the entire run. I don't know how much damage this... oh, we have the pushpin trinket as well. I was like, why was that piercing? I don't know how much damage this does. It ain't Mum's knife damage, that's for sure. He shot over that rock. I was unexpecting. That was unexpected. I was not expecting that. 2 sentences merged together there. Hello, Rosalic. The stream is live indeed. Will I be using a weeb skin for EDF? You must have confused me with Cort. Ugh. You know what? Thank you for giving me something to read out while we wait for this damn pill to wear off. Thank you, Feeling of Light, for the bits. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Flik's hitting them in the hurty spots. Well, we'll be doing a lot of hurty spot hitting of giant alien insects in part 2. Or not even part 2, it's like part later 2/3 plus a quarter. Is there a word for that? 4/5 of the stream? Oh, there's no enemies in here. Well, might as well, because I'm not going to do anything else with the Bible for this floor. Ooh, perfect. One of the few times I'm happy to see an explosive diarrhea pill. Something's wrong. Irrelevant. How's 11/5 better than 4/5? Ow. That's right, I just walked into fire out of disgust from your implication. Oh right, I could only fly for one room. That's not good. There goes the 2 Spirit Hearts, thanks to this room being very bad. And me forgetting I could fly, although even if I could fly, it still would have been tricky. EDF 5 is out as of this morning. So chat, I have an Isaac related story, sort of, so I'm going to start with that. When I was away on the dentist, or to the dentist rather, on Monday, and it ended up taking a little bit while longer because after the dentist, I went shopping for the week. My mother wanted to stop at like 3 different places and she was the designated driver, so I don't get a choice really. So it's like, fine, okay, didn't get back until like after 1. But don't tell Sora, because that meant she got her lunch late on that day, but luckily she has no concept of time, so I don't think she realises I screwed her. So, just don't tell her. Don't teach her time, and we'll be fine. Anyway, point is, got back, realised, oh, I missed a parcel, and I'm like, I'm not expecting any parcels. So the only logical conclusion, because it had ticked on the little card the postman left, was, oh, it's too big to go through your letterbox. Was, oh, my Binding of Isaac board game has finally arrived, and I wasn't here to receive it. That's just typical. So, couldn't get back through to the local sorting office because it ain't so local. Today, thankfully my mother was out and about again, so she was like, what if I give my partner your passport and then he tries to collect the parcel? And I'm like, we look nothing alike, we're different ages, that's never going to work. Forgot how incompetent the British Postal Service is, it totally worked. So they were away through near the sorting office, they got the parcel for me, and I get a text from my mother today and she's like, did you order pills? And I had no idea what she was talking about, and she said, well, I shook the parcel that you got and it sounds like pills. And I was very confused. I was just thinking, what could she mean? Like, maybe it was models, and models like sprue can kind of sound like pills, or maybe it's just like there's coins loose in the Isaac board game and that's what was making the sound. But it wasn't that either, and then I realised eventually I found some old 40k dice on Amazon cheap. Like the old, like they do like newer versions of this, but they used to sell like packs of 30, I think, coloured dice in a little cube. They're fancier now, but they're also more expensive. So it's the old school ones, and I picked up a couple of them ages ago, and it wasn't an Amazon Prime or anything like that, so normal postage. Hello, Sias. So long story short, it was not my Binding of Isaac board game. I'm still waiting on it. I'm annoyed that it's taking this long. But the kicker to the story is, my mum gets here today, hands me the parcel, I open it, and sure enough it is dice. But then I put them back in the packet because I'm looking at this packet and I'm thinking, there's no way that wouldn't have fit through my letterbox. So I go to my front door and test, and sure enough it would have fit through my letterbox. Not even like as a challenge. It would comfortably have fit through my letterbox. So I don't know what the postie was doing. Like, maybe he just assumed it was smaller than it is. That's why you should never assume. Die bricks? Why are you killing bricks? So anyway, they're having some delays. I also did double check what version of the game I got in case that was relevant, and I'm pretty sure I got the same version that Apropos of Nothing got, and he got his like what 2-3 weeks ago now. But he may have also backed the project quicker than me. If I remember rightly, the story I told, I backed it with like an hour to spare, so I'm way down on the priority list, more or less. Assuming that's how they do it. We can do this. It's a bit time consuming, but when have I ever played this game fast? Nothing of value. PhD would be nice. Give me a dime. Or not. I think we've had that pill and none of the pills we've used so far are good. Actually, let's try for money plus maybe a better trinket. I'm not too keen on push bin. Tastes like burning! You had your new Delaque Necromunda gang. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Delaque? You've allowed me to very nicely segue into my next topic of conversation, but it's another one of those where I'd rather wait till like Evil Vice President, Lord Psychon, etc. right here. Because if I talk about Warhammer 40k nerdy stuff without them being here, it's like, it feels like walking into a room full of people who really like punk rock and saying, so who's for some jazz music? It's just, I mean, when I talk about Batman, it's like, even if you're not into Batman, like who is so against Batman they'd hate hearing it? Whereas like Warhammer 40k is super nerdy. I need kindred spirits to help keep me on topic. Oh, G-Font and Daniel are here. Okay, that kind of covers it. But the other bad point is if those two do show up in a bit, they might ask questions and I'd have to repeat the story. You know who doesn't enjoy the 40k stuff? Hugh Half. Who also doesn't enjoy the Monster Hunter stuff and for some reason thinks it's a nerd game even though it isn't. That's 2 out of 3 towards Bookworm. Then we got told where nothing was. Okay. Their map filled in. You can watch the VOD later. Sure, that's fair. Oh! And we'll get back to this topic of conversation, but genuinely you've reminded me of something else I wanted to mention. Has anyone who doesn't watch the streams live and watches the VODs on Twitch taken use out of, what a weird way to say that, made use of their new chapters feature, which I thought was pretty neat. It's just automatically there. Anytime you change the game name on Twitch, it creates a new chapter, so if you want to jump to a certain game or avoid a game you don't want to watch at all, you know exactly when the streamer switched over, even if you're not watching live, because there's like book chapters. It's new as of last week. It's pretty neat. It's a nice. It's a little nice thing. They didn't even bother doing a video about it, as far as I'm aware. They were just like, yeah, it's there now. It's a thing, and it's a quality of life thing for folk who don't watch live, and it's a good idea, and it works because I used it. Hello, Please of Cake. Oh, to get back to the 40k nerd stuff, and Luke saying that you bought whatever that Necromunda gang was called. I did mention last week that I was tempted to do something very silly, which was to invest in starting it. Well, I do want that. I don't want this. Nah, we'll try for angel deals, why not? Oh, hello, Lord Psychon. Perfect timing, because I was talking about 40k. I did mention that I was considering starting a 5th 40k army, because it would help also improve variety when I start doing the bat reps again. And the only reason I stopped, incidentally, was, well, one, they were taking ages. but also because I got Sora and couldn't really do them when she was tiny. But she's comfortable around the gaming table now, so I feel like it's fine. She won't get under my feet or eat the models. I have 4 already, yeah. Ultramarines, Death Guard, Tyranids and Tau. And I was considering another option, but I wanted one that was exceptionally easy to bulk paint, because I like investing time in Death Guard models and big mechs and some of the Primaris stuff, but not all of it. So I wanted something easier, and we went through this discussion last week, but it basically came down to Custodians, which are gold Space Marines, and that was like, nah. Or Necrons, and there's a good value Necron starter kit available. So I thought, I've thought about a good scheme I want to do for them. I want to test it, so I'll buy some Necrons. And that would give me an army I could just quickly paint and put together, because it's all just robot skeletons. It is heresy, yes. Very, very heretical, although they did used to rule the universe. As far as like how they would fight, I don't know. I know they have a guy who summons lightning, and that's all I care about. They've changed quite a lot since I played against them in... Ooh, would that be 5th edition? No, it must have been 6th edition. When they were OP as hell. Ooh. Pardon me, this black ball is taking forever to die. No, I don't mean Lightning Flik, although if I use him, that's what I would be. His name is... Hang on. His name is... Come on, he got used against me all the time. Stormcaller... Namdrek? Namzer? Something like that. Namir, maybe? I don't... They all have like Egyptian names. Other 40k nerds in the chat. In my suffering, what is the name of that model? I've forgotten. Storm something. That's true, they do also have guns that shoot Tesla, so it's the Lightning Army. I guess that's what I would try and theme it around then, because I like having a theme for all my armies. Oh, there we go, Imhotep, the Stormlord. I was right about it being an Egyptian sounding name, if nothing else. Stormlord, that's a good title. Because like my theme for the Tyranids, I just want to field a bunch of big monsters. I don't care if it's not ideal, that's just what I wanted them for. The Space Marines, I'm kind of, I want to just field Primaris stuff because I like the Primaris scale models. They look a hell of a lot better than the old Space Marines. I got my boxes confused. I thought it was Box of Friends. Well, at least you committed theft for me, thanks. Hello Shady, and anyone else who's gone in. What was I saying before that? Oh, themes of armies. Tau, as many big robot suits as possible, as few non-mechs as possible. Death Guard, zombies. Zombies and horrible looking Nurgly love. Pretty much anything goes because I like all the Death Guard models. For them, I really enjoy painting those ones because they're disgusting. Deathwatch is just Space Marines. I've done Space Marines, or I am still doing Space Marines. It's too late anyway, the trigger has been pulled on the Necron gun. Dead Tooth? Yes. Not a good item. Oh, the visual effect is fun, other than that. How long is the tutorial? The first 2 missions have like 20 minutes. You only really need to do the first one just to see the silly setup, because the character you're playing as is a security guard, essentially. Or not even, like, the infantry starter guy is literally security. And the fencer is just like a guy who works in the warehouse. Hello, Course Gaming stuff. Did I see that apart from a new character, Chaos got nothing in the new campaign book? I haven't paid attention to the new campaign book at all, other than that new model being pretty awesome looking. mean, the campaign book is just missions, isn't it? Apparently, like early next year, there's going to be another release wave of new Necron stuff and something else, but I've forgotten what. If we don't get something really soon, we're going to have to restart, incidentally, because this run is terrible. Look at our items, and that's, we had to skip, well, we didn't have to skip an item room, but I had nothing in it. I like that sound. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. You're not going to believe me, but I did. My finger slipped. Hey, we had red HP, I guess that's a start. Stranger Things Season 3 was announced. I knew they were making that for ages, because the guy who plays the sheriff said, like, when he was going to marry that fan that wanted him to marry them, like, as long as it doesn't clash with Season 3, I'll do it. And he did it. And I'm trying to think of another topic to get us off of 40k, because I know people's eyes kind of glaze over when I talk about that. Oh, it catches items! It really is just a boomerang. Alright. Except I guess it's not a spacebar item, so it's better. Instead of starting over, you could just switch to EDF. Well, I might do some middle ground and like try a Lost run instead, because that could end just as quickly. You're really, really interested in the 40k lore. Can you explain the whole thing? Nope. I feel like getting nerdy about something like 40k is not as uninclusive as talking about Batman in a nerdy, fanny way. I really wish I hadn't said fanny, because that's how we say vagina up here. In a fan-esque kind of way. It's like, oh, I know Batman. I don't mind if someone's talking about Batman. But if I go and wax lyrical about Robert Guilliman and his campaign against Chaos, that's not quite the same. Our death approaches. We're just doing no damage. We have 5.3 damage, but it feels like we're doing no damage. It's very strange. Probably because of our 13 tier rate, although 13 isn't as terrible as some of the runs we've had to do. I'd like to see if there's magic mush, perhaps. Invested. I was infested with spiders. Don't worry, there'll be an all stats up in here and the run will turn around. Nope. Sticky feet. Oh no. My brain isn't functioning at a high enough percentage for Sudoku-esque rooms. Forgot to mention that at the top of the stream, but I'm feeling a little under the weather again, which I suspect is because my mother has a very bad cold, and I think it made mine worse. At least I'm blaming her, if she asks. Funnily enough, last time we were playing this, we saw soy milk, didn't we? And we ignored it. Oh right, can only fly for one room. It also just feels like we've had a very, like a dearth of red hearts, and we had a couple early on when we only had spirit heart health. But after that, let's see, what other stories did I have to tell as we probably pivot to a Lost run very quickly here. Let's see, I covered the post story, went to the dentist. Nerded out and bought some 40k, which I really shouldn't have, but did anyway, because whatever, it's Christmas. That's the excuse you use at this time of year to just make bad decisions, isn't it? Like, oh, I'll just commit a little murder. It's Christmas after all. As long as it's a little murder. I don't mean small quantity, I mean like if you murdered a baby. Merry Christmas, chat. Room full of pooplets. I also hate Christmas. And I also hate how dour, well, more dour, and just generally moody I get at this time of year. Because I hate it because I have to bring it up, because otherwise people just assume you're an asshole all the time. We're doomed. This is it. One of these shots is just going to come in from an angle I'm not expecting. You just came in to hear me say kill a baby. Well, it was a hypothetical situation where the excuse it's Christmas can let you literally get away with murder. There's nothing here to help. I should probably just donate. Well, let's try this pill. Well, that also did not help. Not a single spirit heart. I guess I'll buy a bloody heart to that because we haven't had a half heart on the entire floor. There. Clutch magic mush. Which I meant over here, obviously. Something's wrong. Yep, I'd agree with that. Hello, kitty. Your birthday is Christmas? That makes it really easy to work out when your parents had sex. In case you were curious, I mean. Like, super precise, too. Cheers for that one. Oh, I was going to go one level deeper and say you should just ask them what position they use so you know all the facts. Yeah, it sucks when your birthday is on a national holiday. Because everyone just uses the excuse, well, you get them both doubled up. New pill. You're going to get your birthday and Christmas together, but you don't really because you don't get double the presents. Is there a Flik vomit emote? I was going to make fun of one of my own emotes, but I'm not sure which one I want to pick on. Yeah, the smug one. Oh my god, it's a spirit heart. Forgot they existed for a while. Okay, we've had the item room, we've had the shop. Ugh. Oh, hey, I'm not touching that yet. God damn, terrible hitboxes. And notice I said yet because we were moving so slow I think it was still going to catch me. But at the point it registered as a hit, it did not touch me. Halitosis does not seem to be affecting him. His hitbox is a bit weird on his like actual being hit as well. I mean, it helps because it's a tears up. Well, -5 actually, that's pretty good. Okay. There's life in you yet. Hello, Frog Lawyer. Is the new Michael Bublé album out? I feel like I missed something. It would suck if we immediately just died after there being a glimmer of hope, but I can't dodge these things with no damage. Alright, let's do a lost run, but I will wait for a good start. So we RNG goes. Especially with so many crappy items in item pool now. Oh, I'm not holding R, that is E. Not getting one item room near the start, huh? Wow. Finally. Oh, and it's really good. Okay, we'll stick with this one. Well, I'll try and stick with this one. It is a burning basement. What do I even need done with the Lost? Probably should have checked that. But let's see if the run has any legs first of all. A very apt for us talking about Imhotep the Stormlord. I remembered his name. Oh, I remember the other thing I meant to mention. I finally got an answer back from the devs of that, like, furry XCOM, whatever that's called. So we will be trying that at some point, maybe tomorrow. For at least an hour, and if I take to it, we'll play it more. It has a long title. I wasn't being deliberately mean to it. I honestly don't remember. I was considering that plus Sunset Overdrive. No, not the furry porn game one. It's XCOM, but you play as, like, mutant furries. Good fun, but hard. I don't know, that doesn't bode well for being a good stream game. Shit. Unless not a lot of people bought it, and then I have the advantage of them not knowing what's going on either. Oh, Jacob's Ladder, I want all the tiers up. Ooh, that was very lucky. Hi Retrovision, you're the best. This haunt appears to have forgotten how to attack. Oh, there we go. Oh, it did catch him. Caffeine pill, not a great item, but... Pheromones. So what you're saying is, when I do play it, I should play it on an easy difficulty if I don't want to be, like, stuck on the same part for an hour. Assuming that's even possible. Retrovision is still on. I'll be taking that, thank you. What else is new in gaming chat? I think that was the last thing I definitely had to cover, was getting approved for that game. I haven't downloaded it yet. Should do that tomorrow. There are multiple difficulties I'd recommend normal. Well, usually I would do normal. But if it's exceptionally hard, I would do lower than that. Or, you know, sometimes I accidentally do New Game Plus of a game and without realising it gives you an even harder than hard difficulty. I was about to buy that Spirit Heart there. I totally forgot who I was playing as. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting Hive Mind. Oh, the Monster Hunter World expansion, yeah. And the Witcher 3 collaboration. That's a topic better saved for when we're playing Monster Hunter, though. But needless to say, I'm disappointed that we have to wait so long for Frostbane. Like, it's essentially a whole year. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to high definition Nargacuga. And the Witcher 3 stuff is early-ish next year. And that looks really good as well. I'm curious if Geralt will speak English even if you have Monster Hunter voices turned on. Because I sure as hell am not turning on English voices. Or better yet, if they got Geralt's voice actor to, like, do mumbling Monster Hunter talk. That would also be fine. That does nothing for us, but we get free deals with the devil. And succubus is good, so we'll just count succubus as our... Oh, we didn't go to the item room. Whoops. We'll count succubus as our item. Our boss item, that is. They said he'd have Monster Hunter voice? Wait, done by him though? Because that's fantastic. I'm all about that now. Because I am a big fan of Geralt's voice actor. He has a very pleasing voice. Minimush. We were already fast enough, but whatever. I don't like how much the Lost's face is vibrating. Yeah, I know it's on the same rough release schedule they always do for an ultimate version, but what have they been doing? They've just been releasing quote-unquote harder versions of the monsters in the form of like arch-tempered and stuff. They haven't been doing anything else. They're resting on their laurels is what they're doing. I blew that up in case of Small Rock, in case you're wondering why I bothered doing that as the Lost when he can't have health. Oh, my PS4 just went on sleep mode. You are a big lad. Speaking of big lads, I did indeed finish assembling my Dreadnought Redemptor on my day off, as I planned to. However, due to running late, I only had time to assemble it. Along with it taking a long ass time to assemble, it took me like 2 hours. Oh, hang on, gotta focus. This thing, I hate the way these things fire. That's a mimic. It took me like 2 hours to assemble the damn thing. I mean, I was watching Bob Ross at the same time, so it was kind of... Oh, it wasn't a mimic at all. So it was kind of relaxing, but at the same time. It took way longer, so I didn't have time to base it. Also, I feel like I followed the instructions exactly, and yet the slots the arms go into were not orientated correctly, so I had to shave them down. What weapons did I model with? The plasma incinerator and the underslung onslaught Gatling cannon, is that what it's called? However, it's very, very easy to swap what main gun it's using. It holds tight, but you can just pull it out. So you can switch them around. The underslung thing on the claw hand, it would not be as easy to just swap out. So I could technically run either. Although, like, I don't mind running something that looks different to how the model looks. Because sometimes they don't release a model with a certain equipment thing until like months later. Bob Ross ASMR. That was pretty much, yeah. I finished watching... Oh, that's a topic I didn't cover on Netflix. Finished watching Netflix Chill with Bob Ross season, or series, whatever the hell you want to call it, which was 26 or so episodes themed around him doing winter landscapes. And then it suggested to me another Bob Ross collection they have called The Beauty of the World with Bob Ross or something like that. And again, it seems to be just a hodgepodge of episodes from a bunch of different seasons, but this time with no like theme. It's just episodes. I don't know why. It's definitely not in order. It's a bunch of different seasons just flung together. I'm still watching them, but I don't know why they don't just have it chronologically, and it's only one season as well. What level am I in the Blackout Club? I think we got to level 9 last time we were playing. We're aiming to get to level 10 because when they add more content it will probably unlock at level 10. We've had item room, we've had shop. We didn't get enough for the thing in item room, the shop that I've forgotten about. Didn't get a deal. There we go. I know I can watch them on YouTube, but I'm watching on Netflix where there's no ads. And no ads via legitimate means. Fate. Wow, it gave us flying and an eternal heart. That's super useful for the Lost. At least it made us look like an angel, I suppose. Oh, for anyone who doesn't follow me on Twitter, after we suffered horrendous Smash lag on Sunday, Kensei showed me a topic on Reddit that apparently Nintendo just didn't set up their Switch's default network settings correctly. So you can apparently get a market improvement by just changing one setting on the Switch. So I feel like we do need to try it one more time to see if that does make a big difference. Because I mean, we had one match that was literally unplayable due to the network lag.
Feels like I'm walking on the sunshine.
You could definitely feel the input lag being worse than in the standard game. Like, I enjoyed the first session we played with Smash. That was on, what, Friday night? So their network was probably busier because it was a Sunday. But still. It was no good. I do kind of regret doing this, but stone chests are usually good to us. And it has been, it's just we don't have the damage to kill these bosses quickly, and Peeps sucks. Although, if I stick around with Succubus / Incubus, whichever one it was, that gives me enough damage to kill him quickly. And I'm focusing. Isn't Smash peer-to-peer? There'd be more consistency if it was. Unless it randomly selects the hosts from the people present in the room. Because on the assumption, like, there's a baseline of, because I made the room, I'm always the host, you would presume it always stays the same for better or worse. And we were definitely seeing varying degrees of bad on Sunday. And it was barely noticeable on the Friday. I won't be putting any more Spirits modes beyond part 1 on YouTube for the record as well, because the mode sucks and I don't want to keep playing it. And I've already done a bunch of like the standard Smash levels for people, so it's a bit too late to start that. There probably won't be as much Smash content on the YouTube side or indeed on the stream side as I was planning. I'll just play it for myself when the mood takes me. Beyond, as I said, maybe one more time trying to see if that fix did anything. Don't really want another addicted pill. Oh. No, that was close. Oof. Thank goodness that shot dissipated before it reached me, because I'm pretty sure that was it right there. You were lagging when we played on Friday but not Sunday? See, we couldn't have had two different experiences if we were on the same host. And like when that one super laggy guy joined, I mean, he could have just had bad internet, I suppose. But he dragged the game down to 3 FPS. Except when he was dead, when it went back to sort of normal. It's actually a big post on the game subreddit right now about how bad they're... Well, people are taking umbrage with the latency issues. They're more so taking umbrage with how they set up options. I haven't really dug into it because it does what I needed it to do, which was just like set up a room and let people in. But apparently it's just very hard to set up like basic matches with strangers. And of course, if you want to use voice chat, you have to use Nintendo's app on your phone. Because they don't understand how the internet works still. And it's kind of hilarious. So I do feel like I'll maybe get my money's worth out of Smash, just in terms of enjoyment. I'm not talking about like remunerations from doing videos, because that doesn't do anything these days. Oh, duality, that makes things interesting. We could force angel deals now instead. But in terms of enjoyment, I might get my money's back. I definitely did not get my money's back on Call of Duty 4 just because I couldn't find anyone to play with. And it doesn't strike me as a game I would enjoy playing solo. Because I mean, you basically can't, right? I mean, the zombie mode is no good with bots. I guess you can play the Battle Royale solo if you're into playing solo Battle Royales, but I'm more about the team play. And then the multiplayer mode, like standard versus, is garbage. SOS thingy. I don't remember how that works. It makes Mom's foot drop on something, right? So I could just use it like the High Priestess card. There's a chance of snow on Thursday. Snow in Texas? I've had a lot of frosty mornings. It's been too cold here for snow, believe it or not. But it'll be coming. We usually don't get it really bad until... I don't think Angry Fly is a good item, but... We usually get it really bad until January, February, but... It might be a white Christmas. Why do I not have health? Because I'm playing as a Lost. Lost is not allowed to have HP of any type. He does have Holy Mantle, however. So I get one free hit in a room. But only one. Too cold for snow. I mean, cold exists. I mean, hang on. Snow can exist in cold temperatures. But if the temperature starts at too cold a temperature, it apparently doesn't fall as easily. I don't know. See, this is something my mother has always said to me, and I've never bothered to check whether or not she knows what she's talking about. Because I just grew up with my mother saying, oh, it's too cold for it to be snow. If I said, oh, maybe it'll snow today, and the temperatures are like below 0. Like the ideal temperature for snow is like 2 degrees or 3 degrees or something. Ooh, got hit right then there. Can't happen if it's below freezing in the clouds, you think. I hope it's something like that. Because I just always assumed she was just correct. She didn't have Wikipedia when she was growing up. Quickly. Wait, is it Mom? No. Okay. Hopefully Angry Fly can just like handle this. Because he is pissed. So we're going to get a choice of an angel deal here. Do you think I should try and persist with devil deals or go angel deals? No, never mind. It'll have to be the next floor. Got everything we need. Except, you know, more damage. When the temperature drops into single digits or below 0, heavy snow is unlikely. That's not because it's too cold, but because it's too dry. Ah, there you go. It's a dryness factor. Not a coldness factor. Boy, I can't wait to actually her the next time she says it. It's going to be glorious. And then I'll feel that rush that twats on YouTube feel when they make those comments thinking they're doing something that's at all contributing to the conversation. Oh, another SOS. Okay. That's immunity to explosions, right? That would be worth surviving with. Actually, maybe it's not. Oh, it's a hand, not a foot. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Goodness, I didn't get hit prior to that because I would have been dead. Or in Scottish, parley in Scottish, deed. Why did you walk? Oh yeah, wait, I remember you doing that. When you walked to the shops to get chocolate in a ridiculous temperature. Batwing, they are growing. Eventually you get flying, even though we already have it twice over. Maybe? I don't know. It probably won't matter. Yes, I wanted chocolate. Ooh, there's good damage. Not just in a one-off. A damage multiplier for all future damage ups that we're totally going to get. And not die, maybe. Small rock, please. That's not a small rock. It's some kind of heart that's spiritual and figurative rather than literal. Posted a nice... Oh, hang on. Back to having to focus. I posted a nice picture on Twitter the other day from my morning walk with Sora, where there was just a really nice looking but also very bizarre skyline in -4 degrees weather. Although if you just kind of looked at the picture in the size that Twitter defaults it to, you might not have noticed the main thing I was talking about, because if you zoom in on the top middle, there's a weird like dash in a Z shape. It's quite hard to see, but if you see, it's like someone took a pen to the sky. If you didn't notice, go back and see, because that's the part that caught my attention, but obviously the zoom on an iPhone camera isn't exactly fantastic. If I had my good camera with me, I would have been able to get a better picture of it. Like when I used to go bike rides and I took my really good camera that I used for battle reports to those. You need an item room. We've got some really nice shots of nature. You were accidentally outside of -53 degrees C in a t-shirt once. Accidentally. Sounds like a half-hearted suicide attempt. Or are you just a big fan of Mr. Freeze? What makes you small? That's fine. Makes us flighty. We're a tiny little ghost angel. Tiny little, big large, big huge. Can't do that. Why are you showing me this, Necron? I can look at it. Now seems like a good time to work out what we're doing in terms of like route. Why are you showing me him? I mean, I've seen him. I've seen the Necron stuff. Thank you, Rosewood Author, for 22 months in a row with Twitch Prime. It's almost an entire year, Just wanted to say thanks. Through a stress-filled year, sorry, your streams have been a nice distraction on rough days. I'm happy to hear it. I hope things are better now. Alright, let's decide. We've probably not done the dark room path, right? The middle one's got to be the normal path. I'm going to assume we haven't done the dark room. We definitely haven't done boss rush, which as it turns out, if I just pushed on a little bit faster, we would have been able to attempt. Oh, little brim. Not too bad. Thank you, Lord Icon, for 19 months with a tier 2 sub. It's my favourite order from Subway. Almost a whole day, right? No, it's almost 1 year. What, can't you tell the time of year? You weirdo. Because he's awesome, your favourite lore Necron. A glorious collector of things. Oh, so he's like the collector from Marvel, then. What fillings are in a tier 2 sub? Are you asking me, like, to carry on my joke? My quote-unquote joke? Or are you asking me what I really order as my regular Subway order? Because I can answer both. But I'm curious which one you're looking for. Thank you, Robin the Boy Blunder, for 18 months in a row, Twitch Prime. Twitch Baby Time, Asuka's waiting to meet their new sibling. And as always, thank you for the continued, I thought that said confused, continued content and entertainment for this whole time. Well, I guess we should probably go with Shinji then, right? Yeah, let's go with Shinji. Real sub order? Alright, well, I'm assuming we can't use the mom hand on mom. I'm going to wait and see if I can do this fight, because if I die on this fight, YouTube isn't going to get to hear, because I'll just tell you after I finish recording. But if I don't die in the fight, everyone will get to hear. That's called an incentive to me. We should be okay. Dark room, dark room, dark room. No deal again, screw you, mob. My phone is ringing? It's been a while since my phone's rung. I think most of the call companies gave in because I never answer my phone. My normal order is a foot-long Italian with turkey and ham, normal cheese, not toasted, and then I get lettuce, cucumber, and on that I get the sweet onion sauce and mayo. I have also tried one of their, like, the wraps they started doing at one point, and it was okay, but a little kind of... They used the rotisserie chicken. I think the rotisserie chicken tastes bad. It's just a taste of salt. Emergency contact. Wow, look how fast Little Brim is charging. We are going to be the littlest ghost angel. We are so little. I'd say look at how little we are, but you can't because we're so little. I suddenly feel the need to pop my chest at every little thing to make up for how tiny I am. Maximum heresy? Yes, untoasted, because I don't eat it there and then. If I get a Subway, I take it home, enjoy half of it as a lunch and half of it as a dinner. You respect my decision even if it is wrong. What in that sub implies it would be better toasted? The cheese? You don't want, like, warmed cucumber and lettuce outside of having a burger, I guess. I really shouldn't have made myself this small. I'm finding it very hard to track where I am because I've got so many familiars. A mistake was made. That's okay.
Something's wrong.
To quote Bob Ross, we don't make mistakes, we have happy little accidents. Also, one of Bob Ross's sayings when he cleans his brushes is he's going to beat the devil out of it. Now, I know that's just an expression, but that implies to me that that's something he may have learned from his parents. You be misbehaving, gonna beat the devil out of you. Because when you think about it, that is a horrific saying. You've got the devil in you, I'm going to punch you until you don't. Poke your head up, poke your head up, poke your head up, poke your head up. Chat, Twitch chat triggered by food discussion, film at 11. Oh, that's true. I don't think chat really disagrees with me. It's just that being in a Twitch chat, it puts certain impressions in your mind, like the urge to backseat, for instance, the urge to argue about anything to do with food, even if it's factually correct that my Subway order is the best order. Wait, hang on, are you repeating my order? Foot-long Italian, turkey, ham. Oh, thank goodness I was in a room without combat. Oh. Normal cheese, untoasted, lettuce, cucumber, the sweet onion sauce, and regular mayonnaise sauce. 2 sauces. They meld together very well. There's actually a little bit of a story behind why that's my Subway order, because we didn't have a Subway like anywhere around here for the longest time. And back in my old place, still wasn't, but where I went with my mother to do weekly shops, that had a Subway eventually. It was magical. This brand new restaurant. Well, restaurant might be a bit of a reach. This brand new takeaway that does sandwiches. And we weren't sure what to order, and then my sister, I don't think it's what she, oh, also we now need to make a decision here. I'm gonna go Angel. I am so glad I did. Sacred Heart. Could have done Mega Satan if it, well, we maybe could have done Mega Satan, but whatever. So my sister said, oh, get this, because it's either something she did get or one of her friends got that she recommended, because my sister usually got like the steak and cheese, and she did get that toasted. But then she just told me and my mother about this thing. We tried it, and then for the longest time, part of our routine, she gives me a lift in so that we can both do our weekly shops, go to Subway, get that order. And as I say, I've tried different things occasionally. but it's a really nice combination of flavours, and it doesn't go too bad if you leave it through the day to eat for dinner. It's also, I would say, probably not super unhealthy for you. The cheese is probably the worst part, unless the sweet onion sauce is like 1 billion calories. Oops. Okay, hang on. I want to have the shot ready, but I don't... Oh, for the love of God. Okay, fine, I won't have the shot ready. That was not worth it. That was a much worse result that time. Although, thankfully, we're much stronger. Also, gotta remember, go down to Shoal if I survive. Hello, Sonic Meow. Oh yeah, we're the tiniest lost. And we were talking specifically about, like, Subway orders. Incidentally, if I had options other than Subway, I'd give them a go, but middle of nowhere. So, I think we're lucky just to have that. Rainbow poop, the best kind of poop. Unless you have it IRL, in which case go to your doctor, you're gonna die. It looks so pixelated. What does? The rainbow poop? My poop? Or you eat too many Skittles. Yep. I keep on losing where I'm standing because of everything else. Oh, don't know if I got hit there or not. You know why I should have kept on persisting with deals with the devil? Obviously we would have missed out on Sacred Heart, which is fantastic, but to get 9 lives. If we had found 9 lives prior to this moment, it would be perfect. Hail Satan. Now there's a curse room there and I can check them for free, but I worry it's got enemies in it. Which it did indeed. Thank you, Lord Psychon, for the little bits. Your usual sub is this: 2 different types of spicy salami, spicy cheese, extra cheese, toasted. All veggies except jalapeno, pepperoni, sweet onion sauce. See, I don't want tomato, I don't like tomato. But, or olives for that matter. But I could get down with trying that. I probably won't because I like my regular, but if you force me to try something different, that sounds nice enough. How would it be not toasted though? Does the toasting add a lot to it? So as I say, I don't want to sit and eat in the restaurant because it's a Subway. But a toasted thing would definitely be cold by the time, you know, the trip home. Show. You unlocked. Oh. Ooh, we could do Hush, but I don't want to do Hush. If we had 9 lives, that still wouldn't really help. I don't want to do Hush. Hush sucks. There we go. What would I want to do a Hush run? Stopwatch? No, stopwatch requires you to get hit. I guess stopwatch could still help. Chaos cards, probably, honestly. Thank you, Pikachu's Ragnarok, for 5 months in a row of Twitch Prime. That's almost an entire year, etc. What cookie do you get? Macadamia white chocolate. Although they've done a new one for Christmas, which was like chocolate orange. That was quite nice. Also, I guess this is just a sponsored by Subway run now. I'm sure other sandwich shops are available, I just don't know what they are. And thank you as well to Spaghetti Mobster for 10 months in a row at tier 2. Wait, did I not finish this room? Or is it Curse of a Lost? Maze, I mean. For 10 months in a row at tier 2 sub. Wow, a whole year already, almost. Thanks for all the great content. Wait, no. Yes, you're correct. It's almost 2 years. Macadamia nut cookies are the best. I agree, although never let your dog have any because they are exceptionally poisonous to them. And that is not a well-known thing, so that's why I like mentioning it. Jersey Mike's? I have never heard of Jersey Mike's. Note to self, etc. Oh. I got hit, that's why I had to stop there for a second. Actually, just while we're doing this, I'm just gonna... Okay. I'd like back to my judgment, please. For the love of God, thank you. Well, if for whatever reason we ever want to press the D4, we can have another item in the pool to... Oh, it's close. Oh, I got hit. I got hit. Calm down. Just take it easy. Actually, maybe I didn't get hit. It seems like I'm still glowing. Could have sworn I did, though. Be gone, Satan. That's a pretty good line. I should have saved it for if we actually beat Satan. Beat the devil out of the devil. Hopefully we'll find him soon. Well, I say soon, it's been a relatively quick run. Alright. Nearly. He's so small! Oh, I got hit. I couldn't see. Whoa, that was close. That was very close. We unlocked the Mind Palace. Okay. So at least I've unlocked two things. Okay, Power Pill, good to know. Lemon Party is okay. Something wrong, I guess. One makes you larger. No, I'm slightly less tiny. Sure, a little damage up plus concussion. Still having a hard time keeping track of my position. Definitely shot myself in the foot a little bit there. War. That does nothing for us. I'm surprised we're getting so many chests. Especially, well, one, because we're in the dark room, two, because we only have one luck. And that was from a luck up penny, if I remember rightly. Now, where do you appear? Because you ran on the small bit. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure how that would have worked. Ooh. Oh, got hit, I think. Jacob's ladder doing work there. Oh yeah, that is a good point. I should take the other one, makes you a larger pill if I'm trying to win. It's all the way over there, though. I'll go back. You are correct. I should... Oh, bugger, rather. I actually had one hand off the keyboard there to scratch my chin. Why is Curse of the Maze following me? It stalks me. Yeah, we spent some time as a petite angel demon ghost monster Satan. We're still petite, but not as petite. Oh, wait, is this like triple Forsaken graves? What's up with that? Ooh, I definitely got hit there. Although what choice did I have, because Monster 2 jumped on me? It was like, pick which thing hits you, but you must get hit. Bad room. I guess what you're supposed to do is take a literal 3/4 of a second tops to decide, oh, don't shoot the flies because you need to dodge Monstro 2's immediate jump. Which you couldn't possibly do without prior knowledge. And still, I think you probably wouldn't be able to think fast enough. Let's try for a second secret room to go out on. Does nothing for us, but thanks for the memories. I don't do this fight enough, I don't know what it does. Ah! Ooh. I definitely got hit by his death beam. But I did it! No, I don't want to do a victory lap. Screw you. See you in hell. I got the soul. Ooh, that was close. He's not missing. He's lost. Good job to you too, chat. Get out of here. I got the soul in the mind. I don't have the body, which must mean I haven't done Blue Baby either, and it's just lying on the post-it note, I think. Anyway, for the people watching after the fact on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. And now I'm going to stop recording and tell chat my real favourite Subway order. Ta-ta for now.